Assalamu alaikum, it's Jenna G. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my kitchen for yet another sweet Indian sweets video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make Sawine cake or vermicelli cake. So coming closer to Eid time or around Eid time, we must have sawine. Sawine is one of those things that you must absolutely have during Ramadan and especially when it's Eid. So sawine cake just is one of the different ways to enjoy sawine in a cake shape, and it's delicious. So let's just jump into the video and let me show you guys how easy it is to make this Indian sweet or dessert. These are the ingredients that we need for our sawine or vermicelli cake. I've got my sawine here that we need to parch or toast. I'm going to be using some water, some cherries, some raisins, evaporated milk, condensed milk, some cinnamon sticks, whole clove, some butter to melt to parch our vermicelli in, and some vanilla essence. So the first thing I like to start off doing is breaking the vermicelli noodles into smaller pieces. This just makes it a lot easier to handle in the next step because they come pretty large in the packs. So it makes it a little bit difficult to work with, at least for me. So I just like to break it up just a bit. They don't have to be in very tiny pieces, but once they're small enough and easy to manage with. Now once that's done, the next thing I'm going to do is add the butter or the margarine to my pot or my pan. You want to get that melted over low medium heat. And once it's nicely melted, I'm going to add the vermicelli noodles. This step is what we call parching, or as we say in Trinidad, patching. So you're basically going to keep stirring that vermicelli noodles until they get a nice golden brown color and it's all nicely fried up in that butter or that margarine. Now you want to remember to maintain that heat on low medium. They turn brown pretty fast, especially the ones on the underneath. So that's why you want to keep stirring it to make sure you get that nice even brown color throughout the noodles. You want to make sure get all those edges, all those little pieces that are sticking to the edge or the corners of the pot, get them all in there. You don't want them to start burning. And once it starts changing color, it will take a few minutes. Just have some patience with it and keep turning. The bottom is going to get browner a lot faster than the ones on top, so keep stirring. Once it's that nice golden brown color, we're still going to keep our heat on low medium. And at this point, we're going to be adding in the water. Now when you add in the liquid, at this step, be very careful. That pot is very hot and there can be some splatter. So carefully add it in, give it a quick stir, and you will see how quickly those noodles are going to absorb the water, which is totally fine. Next, you're going to add in your evaporated milk. And in goes the cinnamon sticks and the whole cloves and whatever other spices you choose to use. Give that a quick stir. Be sure to maintain the heat on your low medium. And then in goes your condensed milk. Condensed milk is one of those things in this recipe you could use as much or as little as you like. It's all up to your preference. Stir that all up, add in the raisins. Keep stirring it. Don't forget that vanilla essence goes in as well. And also the cherries. So at this point, you want to keep stirring it for the next few minutes. And what's going to happen, it's going to start thickening up really nicely. And that is exactly what you want. Now it can take a couple of minutes. You want to make sure that you keep stirring it because it can stick. The milk could stick and burn the bottom of the pot. That's definitely the last thing that you want to happen when you're making this vermicelli cake. And at this point, what you can do is remove some of the spice pieces, the cinnamon stick, the whole clove. You definitely don't want to be biting into your Sawine cake and biting into one of those whole cloves or the cinnamon sticks. So you can see that it's starting to thicken up really nicely. A lot of that liquid is going to be gone from the pot, but that's totally fine. That's what you want. And the noodle is just going to absorb so much of that liquid. So at this point it looks pretty fine, nice and thick. The next thing I'm going to be doing, the next step, is basically to transfer it across to a greased dish. Gonna use this, you can use a spoon or a spatula and just smoothen out the top of it. Make sure it's evenly distributed in your tray, in your dish. And to that, what I'm going to be doing is adding some almonds to the top of it. Now ideally I would have added the almonds while it was in the pot cooking, but I didn't have much almonds on hand, so I just decided to sprinkle it on top. Now at this point, if you do choose to add some of the other dried fruits on top as well, use your spoon or your spatula to sort of press them into the Sawine cake or the vermicelli cake to just make sure that they stick on there. You're going to let that set for a couple of hours until it firms up nicely, and once that's nicely set, you can put it in the refrigerator as well to firm up faster. You're going to slice it up and any size square you want, and then you've got yourself vermicelli cake. Simple, easy, delicious Indian sweet for you guys to try. Okay, check it out, guys. Okay. You guys saw how absolutely easy it was to make Sawine cake, right? Now the only part that might be a little troublesome, just might, would be the parching of the vermicelli, but it's very important, and I would recommend that you use something with like a flat base so that it's easier to keep stirring it, which will ensure that all of the vermicelli are properly browned. So like I use a sort of deep pot, so I had to keep turning it. So try your best, apart from having your heat on between low medium, more on the low side, use a pan with enough base or bottom to cover or to hold the amount of vermicelli that you're using. So another point to note or to talk about would be the sweetness level. I will list the ingredients and the full recipe for you guys on my website, www.jennijigahijabitt.com. You guys can check it out. On that, I'll give a little more explanation on the amount of condensed milk that I use. So for this recipe, when we tasted it, I found it was perfect. I'm not much or big on the sweetness, but husband said it could have used a little more. So it really depends on your sweetness preference, on your tolerance level. So of course, just before you lay it out onto your grease tray, give it a taste and make sure that it's just the right amount of sweetness for you. Something else to know, guys, believe it or not, I'm not a fan of the raisins and the cherries, but if you do like it, add as much as you like. If you don't like it, by all means feel free, eliminate it. That is what I would actually usually do. I'd eliminate everything and only include almonds. So this is one of those dishes you guys can play around with, have fun with it. It's absolutely delicious, and I hope you guys try it. Or if you've never tried it, if you've never heard of it, definitely give it a try. I'll come closer to eat, and be sure to send me your pictures. So before we close off, guys, one important thing. So you guys know what tres leche is. It's like a cake soaked in milk. For this Sawine cake, what we find to be absolutely delicious is when it's put into the tray, just drizzle some condensed milk or evaporated milk on it just a bit around it, and it soaks up even more goodness. So you can try that out. I think you will absolutely love it. So as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. I will post the video for my regular Sawine recipe down below. I think I need to redo that video, but we'll get to that some point in time in the future, inshallah. So I hope you guys check it out. Thanks as always for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Go try it, guys. Go try it out.